groan as the sunlight filters into my eyes, pulling me awake. When did it get so bright in here? Carefully, I blink open my eyes. What time is it? Judging by how bright the sun is, it must be sometime in the afternoon. Pushing myself up on the bed, I feel something stir beside me. Pongo? Did you get drunk last night too? The Pongo blinks bleary eyes, or maybe he just licked me and like the alcohol residue that somehow was on my skin affected Pongo and he got... It's like secondhand smoking but then with alcohol, right? Secondhand drunkenness. What are you doing sleeping so late? Did you go on a drinking spree too?
Hi.
That definitely sounds like a yes. He blinks a couple more times and shakes himself awake. When he looks back at me, he seems much more alert. Damn, he just, shakes off the hangover just like that. I glance over at Zach, who is sprawled out on his bed. His blankets hang ungracefully off the side of the bed. Zach! He snores in response. I walk over and cautiously tap his shoulder. Hey Zach, wake up dude! Wake the fuck up dude! He groans and rolls over, pulling what's left of the blankets over his head. Yep, he's done. Surprisingly, I feel fine. A little groggy and very thirsty, but otherwise, fine. Ha! Alcohol does not faze me, you hear me? I need water. I quickly get dressed and then head downstairs. Kara sits idly at one of the tables, but stands when she notices me. Hello, sexy limber girl.
Good afternoon, sleepyhead. How are you feeling?
Fine, thanks. Where's everyone else? I had the most glorious dream. As we talk, I grab water from the bar and down it in one long gulp.
They left to get some errands done.
And you were tasked with babysitting duties? Oh no, I feel like she took it upon herself. She's like, don't worry, I'll babysit the two knuckleheads.
I wanted to make sure you two were still alive.
I mean, I wasn't gonna die in my sleep, I think.
Did Zach make it?
I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, he's still asleep, I think. She nods.
Since you're feeling better, make sure you take it a bit easier today. We've got some business to attend to this evening.
I'll try. What sort of business? Kara smirks.
Last night, while you two were busy recuperating, we were tracking down thieves.
Thieves? What's so special about these thieves?
They've been stealing crystals. All kinds of crystals, including lamp crystals, which are essentially worthless in terms of resale value.
Okay, crystal thieves? What's the point of stealing that?
It turns out the thieves are a bunch of kids just trying to survive. They told us a man pays them for the crystals, and he comes weekly to pick them up.
Okay.
Today happens to be pickup day, so we're going to meet back here at the inn around sundown.
Does this have something to do with finding the Earth Temple? Kara notices the confusion on my face and answers my unasked question.
My contact won't be back until late tonight, so we won't know our next step until then anyway.
Alright, then we got some time to chill. She grins again.
Now that I know you're still alive and well, I'll be off. I still have some more scouting I'd like to do before tonight.
So you only wanted to know if I was alive and well, huh? Not so much Zach? That's what I'm talking about, Kara? She leaves. Kara told me to take it easy today, so maybe I'll go on a walk. I begin walking towards the town square. Oh yeah, getting that daily physical exercise in games, not in real life. I follow my feet as it wanders the streets, taking my time and enjoying the bustle of the town. I'd forgotten how relaxing it is to have nothing on the agenda.
Boy.
Pongo! Of course, he comes with us. When did you... Never mind. I'm not going to question it. Of course, he just stalks us, right? He stalks the energy inside of us. Wanna go on a walk with me?
Hi.
I mean like me the person, not me the energy. The Pongo bobs his head, it bobs in a nod, and we continue down the road. Pongo doesn't have a head, right? Like, if he has a head, then his entire body is the head, because it's just a blob. There's no limbs, no anything. It's just one sort of circular shape. So yeah, there's no head. Eventually, we reach the square. I recognize the state of Elena. A dog? A small, brown doggo, only a little larger than a Pongo, watches us. His tail wags slowly when he catches our attention. Ah, good doggo. Pet the dog, play fetch, ew dog. Who the fuck says ew dogs? Like, oh my god. I mean, I can understand liking cats more than dogs, but ew dogs? Hell no. Maybe the scary dogs, I wouldn't say ew though. I'd be like, oh my fucking god. I'd just be scared, you know? Bork bork. I'm not gonna bark back at it. Bark bark bark! Play fetch, pet the dog. Let's just pet the dog. Hey dog, are you lost? The dog wags his tail. I extend my hand and he cautiously approaches. After giving me a good exploratory sniffs, he barks excitedly. Aw, do I smell good, huh? Do I smell good, doggy? Good boy. Who is a good boy? His tongue lolls out as I scratch behind his ears. The Pongo bounces angrily. The dog stares at the Pongo as if noticing him for the first time. He's like, woof? What is this? Woof, woof. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. One is like poi poi, the other one is woof woof. I don't know what the fuck that means. The Pongo pouts and jumps even higher. The dog cowers and whines. Oh, I think Pongo is winning. Pongo, what's up with you? He's like, oh no, this is my master. Get away from him. I go to pet the dog, but Pongo butts my hand away. Don't touch him, he says. Don't touch the dog. Are you jealous? Is that it? Are you jealous? That sounded like a definite yes. I'm learning Pongo, poi poi talk, okay? Slowly but surely. You just have to listen to the way he says poi. I reach out a hand and pat the Pongo, who seems to calm down slightly. The dog perks up as the Pongo relaxes. He wags his tail as he nuzzles the Pongo. Uh-oh. The dog's like, alright, well, if human won't touch me, I'm not gonna make the Pongo touch me. The Pongo bristles at the dog's touch and scrambles back. Okay, note to self, Pongo and dogs do not get along well. He hops away, but the dog happily chases after him. As the dog catches up, he licks the Pongo, who grimaces. Aw, he's playing with you. Yeah, look, he's not a dangerous dog. It's not like he's gonna bite you or eat you. He's like, oh, the dog licked me.
Mocha!
Mocha? Mocha? Who the fuck names their dog after a fucking coffee drink? Mocha? A little girl races over to the dog, who barks excitedly at her presence. She throws her arms around him and holds him close as he licks her face.
I thought I lost you.
Suddenly, she notices the Pongo and her eyes grow wide.
Oh, you're so cute!
Hey, hey, be careful.
Oi?
She gently pats the Pongo on the head, and his little frown melts into a smile. See, I am not jealous for that girl touching you, Pongo. Then why were you jealous for trying to touch the dog?
Boy.
All I wanted to do was pet the cute little doggy.
Are you lost too?
He's with me, little girl.
Boy.
He said yes! Pongo! He hops over to me. The girl looks me over, then smiles shyly.
Hi.
Yeah, you didn't even notice me, huh? Eyes first to the Pongo, not to this cute, attractive, ugly guy. I don't know how I'm both attractive and ugly, but I'll roll with it. Hey, is that your dog? She nods.
Thanks for finding him for me. Sometimes he's too fast and I can't catch him.
I totally found him. Mocha sniffs around my feet and nudges my hand to be pet. But the Pongo bounces between us. Damn! This Pongo is really protective. Damn, he's like that overly protective girlfriend. Damn, he's like, no! No touching of other pets, dogs, humans even. Don't you dare, Luda. Boy! The girl giggles and waves.
I guess we should be leaving.
I guess we should be leaving. Why the fuck doesn't she talk? Bye-bye, little Pongo friend. Thanks for keeping Mocha company. Oof! Bye. Before Mocha can escape again, the girl slips a leash around his collar, and the two of them gradually disappear from view. I look down at my Pongo, who looks back up at me. Put him on my shoulder, he's fine where he is. He just wanted some attention, right? He just wanted some attention from me? Fine. Come sit on my shoulder, buddy. I smile and pat his head affectionately. He squirms happily against me, and then hops up onto my shoulder and nuzzles my face. Damn, you must really love me, right? Alright, how about we continue on that walk together,
Hi.
Boy! Together, we head further into town. I decided to check out some of the storefronts and streets that I didn't get a chance to see yesterday. The Pongo wanders off whenever it gets too crowded, but he always seems to find his way back to me. Of course, he can smell me. He can smell me from 20 miles away. After most of the day has passed, I decide it's time to return to the inn. Leanna, Amelia, and Zack are already waiting there. Zack's scowl is fiercer than usual, but otherwise, he looks a lot better than this morning. I guess the hangover has, for the most part, faded away. Leanna stands when I arrive.
Here, I got you something.
Why don't I hear shit? The fuck? Did she even say anything?
Here, I got you something.
She is saying something, but I don't hear it.
Here, I got you something.
Oh. Like, seriously, I see the bar move when I press this, right? I see the bar on my recording thingy move from, like, the audio
Here,
in-game.
I got you something.
Oh, now I hear it! Are my earbuds, like, the earbuds that I use are, like, fucking 5 years old, and it's, like, hanging on for dear life on one little, leash or something? I don't know. But it's, like, almost broken, you know? It's in that sorry state where you can tell that the wires are, like, almost falling off, but, like, one of them is holding on for dear life. Like, the sound that I receive in it is already, like, reduced by 50%. But, yeah, I guess it still works. I just don't hear it. Well, let me actually try again. It should be fixed now.
Here, I got you something.
Okay. So I'm guessing when I fucking, did the voices before, it was still heard for you guys, but I didn't. So I was doing the voices like an idiot. Alright, well, you got double the treat there. The actual in-game voices, and then then you could hear mine and hear how bad and terrible it was in comparison. Alright. I'll just roll with it. She passes me a gauntlet similar to the one on her wrist. The sphere inlaid is the same color as Leanna's. That must be a wind crystal. Is this a manipulator?
Yeah, I was thinking about your last attempt at casting, and I figured this might be more helpful with future training.
You're giving me a gauntlet? And it's not even my birthday?
Having the manipulator as a focal point of concentration is how Amelia and I learned to cast.
Thanks. Kara finally returns and the attention shifts to her.
The crystal pickup will happen soon. We should start heading over.
Leanna nods.
Once they complete the exchange, we should follow the guy to see if he leads us to their hideout. He might have other partners, so we should be on guard.
God damn it, it's not working again.
I still can't think of why they'd want these crystals.
I think my speakers are dying or something. I don't know. I need a proper headset or something like that. Should be working now again.
Energy crystals have varying utilization.
Yes.
Some of which are outlawed.
We can hear Amelia's beautiful, soothing, calming, full of emotion, her voice. Kara seems a bit surprised, but Leanna doesn't react to that. Thinking about what these outlawed utilizations could be makes us uneasy.
We have our plan. Let's get started.
We trace back to the ruins and find the abandoned house with the children. Instead of entering, we spread out around the perimeter to maximize visibility on anyone approaching. Kara and I stay close to the house and hide behind some fallen bricks. Our field of vision is limited, but we're close enough to overhear any conversation that takes place inside. After we position ourselves, we wait. We don't know when the man is going to show up, but after about 20 minutes, I start to get fidgety. Oh, goddammit, that's why you need a fidget spinner, to just calm down that fidgetiness. I wish the kids had given us a time. Who knows how long we'll be stuck out here for? My leg is starting to cramp up, but as I shift, Kara shoots me a warning glance as I force myself to push through it. Finally, a man approaches. He looks to be in his 20s, and surprisingly wears something that resembles a beanie on his head. They have beanies here? Kara yanks my collar so we duck down. She covers my mouth with her hand. Ah, damn, only with her hand. And puts a finger to her lips. Looks like our job is to listen in. The others will be our eyes. I hear a door creak, followed by the faint sound of footsteps.
Hey yo, you punks got my crystals or what?
Jesse Pinkman? Really? Is that a Breaking Bad reference? I listen for any extra footsteps, but it sounds like the man came solo.
Here.
Here. We got the crystals for you. There's a rustling of bag being opened.
What is this? These crystals are weak, yo!
Kinda talks exactly like Jesse too.
That's all we could find.
Nah, this ain't good, man.
Sorry.
The boy's voice is weak.
Huh.
This ain't good enough, boy. The bag closes, and a man grunts as he lifts us up.
Wait, where are our coins?
No coins for you, orphan.
You'll get your payment when you deliver, yo. This is only half of what you promised.
Shouldn't they get half the payment then? There's a silence. I carefully peek out to see the boy straining with his hands clenched.
Fine.
Aw, poor kid. Doesn't have any parents and doesn't have any money either. And he gets fucked over by Jesse freaking Pinkman.
That's what I thought.
The stranger lugs the bag over his shoulder. I quickly duck back down as he exits the house. Time to go. I turn to face Kara, who wears a serious frown and has fury in her eyes. Damn. Okay, she's in serious mode. No messing with Kara right now. I don't think I've ever seen her angry before, let alone this angry. She looks like she's about ready to rip that guy's head off. Kara?
Did you not see that? We should take him out now.
Okay, I don't know. We should approach this calmly. Think about the bigger picture, don't be stupid. Both is like kind of saying no, right? Yeah, think about the bigger picture. We can beat him up later, okay? He could just be a messenger. We have to stick to the plan. Kara clenches and unclenches her jaw. Then she nods, still fuming.
I know you're right, but still.
I know the anger that's bubbling up inside of you. Don't worry, I got feelings bubbling up inside of me too, you know? But you gotta wait until the proper time to express it. He'll get us just as soon enough.
Let's hurry up and go.
Yeah. Seems like Kara's just a justice fighter, right? She is a physical justice warrior, not just social. Well, not social at all. Fuck, why did I say that? We trailed a man out of Stonecrest, making sure to stay behind buildings and keep to the shadows so as not to be spotted. Kara slips in and out of the alleys with ease, and it takes a lot of my concentration not to lose her. No wonder she's always sneaking up on us. I assume the rest of our team is also following him, as I'm unable to spot them. That's for the best. The less chance of being noticed, the better. Outside of the city gates, it's a little harder to stay hidden, as it opens out into a more open field. At least since we're spread out, it won't be easy for him to escape if he tries to. We successfully follow him to what looks like an abandoned train car. Train car? Oh my god, is it like the MV, what is it, the RV? Oh god. It does look like the RV where they fucking cook in this series. Oh man. Okay, this is 100% a Breaking Bad reference now. There's some kind of dark smoke emitting from the tap. So are they fucking making crystal meth now too? Or is it like something else, right? The equivalent of this world of meth. The man pauses and we crouch lower behind cover as he looks around. He doesn't spot any of us and enters the train. Kara again puts her finger to her lips and I nod. Staying low, we sneak towards the train. The windows are all blocked off, but we crouch below them anyway. I can hear muffled voices as I gently press my ear against the train.
Yo, Mr. White!
Mr. White, oh god.
Hey, how many times do I have to tell you to call me Heisenberg?
What's my name? Just tell me, what is my name, punk? The man speaks softly, but his tone is strict and disapproving.
My bad, but I got some crystals.
You goddamn right.
Let's see.
There aren't many and they're pretty small. I don't think we'd be able to get much out of them anyway.
It doesn't matter their size. Once we're done cooking them, they'll be exponentially more effective.
We gotta cook, Jesse. Oh god.
I don't know, man. They're tiny. How does that even work?
Now all I can think about is just Breaking Bad memes. Fuck.
It's a simple matter of science.
You serious? You can do something like that?
Indeed.
Of course, don't underestimate Heisenberg.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yeah, science.
Fuck yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a fuck in there somewhere.
Heisenberg.
Oh, right. My bad, yo.
He still hasn't said it though. I hear faint clanging of glassware. I wish I could see what they're doing. A sharp snap cracks somewhere from behind me. What was that? I shift out of position to look behind me and see an animal scampering away. As I breathe a sigh of relief, and notice the absence of noise in the train.
What was that?
Uh-oh. Nothing, Walter, just go back to cooking, dude. Before I have a chance to get down. One of the windows swing open, and I'm face to face with both of them. The younger man with a beanie, Jesse, stares at me with wild eyes. Uh-oh, we got spotted already? The second man is much older, maybe the age of his father, and fixes me with an inscrutable stare. He's also bald. He looks surprisingly normal, not like someone who'd get mixed up with something shady. Jesse turned around and darts out of the back exit. It's been a long time since I watched Breaking Bad though. Was Walter already bald by the time he was like in the earlier seasons when he was still cooking in the RV with Jesse? I don't remember.
Run!
Mr. White joins him as Kara and I sprint to the other side of the train. Thankfully, Leanna and Zach are already there. We caught ya! We caught ya! There's no breaking away from this situation. Leanna points her blade at them.
Surrender and come with us peacefully.
Or this'll be a bad situation. Jesse looks like he's about to bolt, but Zach fixes his discharger on him.
I wouldn't move if I were you.
Crap, what do we do?
I don't know, Jesse is the type of dude that always manages to somehow get himself out of situations like this. I don't know how the fuck he does it, but he always somehow gets out of it. Sure, he might get beaten up in the process, but he still manages to escape. What are you laughing about, Walter?
Why are you laughing at a time like this?
Amelia stands a good distance away, her manipulators glowing. After looking over the old man, she frowns.
The branding of Void.
Void? Wait, there with Void? Are you fucking kidding me?
Quite the observation, young miss.
You're the reason why, Walter?
Wait, what? You're a part of Void?
Wait, Jesse didn't even know that? Mr. White merely smiles.
I didn't sign up for this!
Don't be so naive. You think the crystals were just going to magically create more energy?
Not magically. Science, right? Scientifically.
Your intent was to perform shadow transmutation on the crystals to create tainted spheres.
Oh no, Mr. White. Mr. White, how could you? I believed in you. I thought you were the good guy. Again, he doesn't answer.
It appears confrontation is imminent.
Oh, Amelia's mad.
Why don't we even up the odds?
This is not gambling. With a flash, Mr. Wright grabs two shadowy spheres from his belt, similar to the one I saw in Raven Pass. He throws them to the ground and a dark smog emits, curling in the air. Whoa, he's gonna try and run away. Leanna reacts first and blasts her wind magic to dissipate the smoke. In its place are two shadow creatures. Their warped appendages are nothing that I recognize, and their long shadow claws come into a sharp point. Uh-oh. Did he summon those monsters? This is the stuff of nightmares. They stand between us and Mr. White, with Jesse cowering beside him.
Shadow familiars.
Oh shit, familiars.
This is getting way too crazy for me. I'm out.
Jesse breaks into a sprint, and Kara immediately gives chase.
I got him.
Alright, you go get him, Kara. He's a slow boy anyway. The two of them dash him out of sight.
Unfortunately, you've disrupted my work, which means I have to start all over again. So, I'm going to get going.
We're not gonna let you leave. He channels a spell and starts to run. As he continues to chant the spell, shadows crawl up his legs, threatening to engulf him completely in shadow. We can't let him get away! Leanna looks from the man to the familiars.
As much as I want to go after him, our top priority is to defeat these shadow creatures.
No, we can defeat them later.
Indeed. Shadow familiars this close in proximity to a city can wreak havoc and incite widespread panic.
Are they this close to the city? Why the fuck are they cooking this shit this close to the city? In the TV series, they did it in like the middle of a desert. They would know better than I, and I trust their instincts. I look back at Heisenberg before being swallowed by a shadow. One shadows fade away. He disappears. God damn it, he escaped! Walter! Zach readies his dischargers. A small smile on his face.
Sounds like a challenge.
My heart races as I draw my blade. This is getting crazy. We gotta defeat those things. Early access version minigame will be available in future builds. Win your fight, lose your fight. I don't lose, okay? I never lose. At least when I have the option to win or lose. As Leanna, Zack and I wear down the Shadow Familiars. Amelia stays out of range, charging her attacks. The magic attacks that she lets loose are far more powerful than ours, and it rips chunks out of the shadow creatures. Suck on that, bitches! Now I understand why everyone's so impressed when they talk about mage casters.
The hostile shadow familiars have been vanquished.
Vanquished, oh yeah. I feel like it's like the most cool class you can pick, right? Mage-Knight. It's a combination of two classes. Like, who the fuck is gonna be like a priest thief or something, right? Or a priest bandit? Nobody's gonna pick that. Mage-Knight, that's the shit. That's the best combination you could make of two MMORPG classes, right? Probably. Leanna's magical glow and a charge on her blade fades as she stops channeling her magic.
We did it!
I smile as I try to catch my breath. Looking around, Leanna, Zack, and Amelia look equally exhausted. They must have gone all out. This battle was no walk in the park, and there were only 2 shadow familiars to fight. Imagine if we had to face an army of them. I shiver at the thought. As we wind down, Amelia and Leanna gather to do one last scan with their manipulators. Zack looks over my way.
Looks like some of that training is finally paying off.
Thank you, I'm still mad at you for shooting me that time. I hope to get even better, or stronger, faster. He actually complimented me, right? It seems like we're actually, after getting... I feel like it's just a thing, right? That's just a thing. Sometimes, if you don't get along with a person, you just need to get shit-faced drunk together. Maybe that'll improve the friendship. And I feel like it kind of did that between me and Zack, you know? There's just a bonding moment that happens when you're both fucking drunk. So, thank you, I guess. Thanks, dude. Thanks. I appreciate it. Kind words from Zack. Those don't come, very often, okay? Those are pretty rare. Wait, fuck, what did she say? Oh, Kara said hey.
Hey!
We turn at the sound of Kara's voice. She waves at us with one hand as she uses the other to drag Jesse back. Oh, we caught Jesse! She plops him down in front of us, and he falls ungracefully to the ground. I see that his hands are bound. Good job, Kara. Kara stands over him, her face grim.
Now, you're going to tell us exactly what you know.
I don't know jack squat. Mr. White was paying me to get crystals, and that's it, yo.
That's all, that's all. That's not how I remember Breaking Bad.
So you were not an accomplice to the shadow transmutation.
I don't even know what the shadow transportation is.
Transmutation.
Exactly.
Yeah. We glare at him.
Look, I made a few deliveries to him. The first couple of times he wouldn't tell me what he did, but paid some good coin. But later he said he was going to show me so I could help with his operations.
And eventually take over.
He was going to give solid pay for that too, yo.
Oh, it's all about the money, right, Jesse? I look him up and down. He stares desperately at us, and it's clear to me he's scared. This doesn't seem like the kind of man Void would trust with any kind of responsibilities. I'm inclined to believe he's just looking for some fast cash. Kara seems skeptical, but Amelia and Leanna seem to have come to the same conclusion I have. Zack crosses his arms.
Better hope the guards believe your story.
Jesse looks like he's about to protest, but sighs instead. I think he realizes there's no chance he's going to escape.
Bag of stolen crystals is in there. He didn't grab it before running out.
Oh, good, good. So he didn't get his latest delivery. Leanna enters the train and returns with a bulging bag.
Let's
Bulging.
go turn him into the guards. They'll take it from here.
It's not the only bulging thing here. Zack hauls Jesse back to his feet and leads him back towards town. Luckily, it's late at night, so very few people walk the streets. The few who do give us long stares as we pass. When we arrive at the guards' barracks, the person on duty gets to his feet. He looks at Leanna in recognition.
Oh, it's you again.
Leanna, why do you know the guards that well?
We found the source of your missing crystals.
Zack pushes Jesse forward, and he stumbles into the ground. who grabs a hold of him. I feel like we kind of missed a lot of context, right? Probably because me and Zach decided to get drunk instead. Because the next morning, they said that they went on like an investigation, right? During the time when me and Zach were snoring off our hangover. So yeah, in hindsight, maybe it wasn't the best plan to get drunk that night. But it all worked out in the end, right? But I'm imagining that they were probably very busy when we were snoring. The guard eyes him up and down.
It's this guy?
Sort of.
Oh man, it was all 'cause of Void!
The guard stares at him, clearly unconvinced.
Maybe in lockup you'll have time to think up a better story.
I'm telling you the truth, bitch!
Bitch! The guard frowns and passes Jesse off to another guard, who takes him into the back. Then the guard turns back to us.
Hopefully you won't have any more issues.
The guard grins and looks relieved.
I can't thank you all enough. You have no idea how much of a thorn in my side this has all been.
This is like the alternate ending in Breaking Bad, the bad ending, where Jesse gets caught and Walter is forced to run away into the Shadow Realm.
As promised, there's a reward for helping us catch the culprit.
Whoa, nobody mentioned anything about a reward? God damn it, what's the reward? He produces a heavy satchel of gold, which he hands over to us.
Thanks again for all your help.
Oh.
I hope you have a safe night.
Gold, precious gold.
Thanks.
We leave the guardhouse and equally divvy up the reward money. As everything settles down, the group decides to return to the inn. I'm glad we got to the bottom of things, but I can't help but wonder what will happen to those kids. There's nothing I can do to reward my share with them, with the kids? Ah, shit. I'm gonna be a nice guy, okay? Like, they're fucking orphans. Although, what is my money gonna help them do? They can live for like an extra week by paying for food, I guess. Mr. Nice Guy, okay? I'm gonna share my reward with them. I'll meet you guys at the inn. I think I forgot something. I slip away before anyone can ask me any questions and make my way back to those kids. They were dependent on that crystal money to survive, and I can't sit by and do nothing to help them. I know I don't have much to offer, but maybe giving them a cut of my reward can help tide them over. You know, maybe this will be like the turnaround point in their life, you know, where I give them one gold coin and that's like just the amount of money that they need to turn their entire life around and become a fucking successful billionaire. You never know. And then 10 years later from now, they're gonna be like, hey, Luda, that's the guy who helped me turn my life back around. And because he's a billionaire, he gives me 1 million back in return. All for the one gold coin that I gave him. You never know, you know, right? Karma will somehow find its way back to you like that. Quietly, I enter the house so as not to spook the children. So what, they're asleep? Are we like gonna put the gold coin underneath their pillow? Like the Tooth Fairy came by? Except it was me? The Luda Fairy? As I near the trap door, I hear Kara's voice. How did she get here so fast? What is she doing here? Slowing my steps, I silently creep towards the trap door and spy on Kara and the kids.
Here you go, guys. Take this.
She's giving it to them too. Aww, I mean, you could kind of tell that Kara cared a lot about those kids, I guess, because of her reaction when Jesse, you know, didn't want to give them the money. She hands the oldest boy a fat coin purse. Damn, it's so fat! We must have had the same idea about sharing our reward money. The boy silently accepts it, too shocked by the amount of money to even speak.
The man won't be coming for crystals anymore, so use that to help you find a new way to survive.
Lay off the crystal meth, kids, okay? The boy nods numbly. Some of the younger children huddle together, clearly frightened for their future. Kara smiles reassuringly. I actually kind of wonder, like, if we didn't get drunk, we probably would have met these kids, and this moment would have been a lot more touching. Because I feel like we just kind of met these kids and then Jesse roughed them up a bit, right? That's all that happened. But if we met these kids before and actually saw like the terrible life circumstances in which they're living, I would have felt a bit more emotional and sad right now. But I don't really.
I know it seems scary, But I promise, if you stick together, you'll be fine.
But you know what? This is just brownie points to get with Kara. That's it. She cares about the kids, which means that I care about the kids too. What about the children, right? They always say that. Well, I'm gonna help the children. The kids hug each other. Whoa, orgy?
I won't let anything happen to anyone.
Alright, Octo.
Good. I know you won't. Take care of yourselves, okay? And stay out of trouble.
Oh no, wait. He's called Squidward in English. Fuck. In the Dutch version, he's called Octo. I mean, that's kind of like octopus, right? But yeah, in the English version, it's Squidward. Shit. Kara turns to leave as I scramble out of sight. She doesn't notice me as she hurries away. It seems like she's got a soft spot for these kids. I better do what I came here to do and get back before people get too suspicious. This is the wrong time, dude. You should have given it to them when Kara is actually there and she sees it. Then she's gonna be like, oh, you're such a nice guy too, Luda, you know? I wanna get lewd with you. Hey, kids. I go down into the trap room. The oldest boy looks at me in surprise. Now give me that fat coin purse you got from Kara. Hand it over, boy. Give it to me. Here. I toss him a small bag of my coins, which he fumbles before catching. He looks genuinely surprised, as if he can't believe it's happening.
But why?
I don't know, you know? Anything for boobies, at least Kara's. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have caught the bad guys. You kids were a big help.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He looks at the other children who give him hopeful eyes, then he grins.
Thank you.
Just don't spend it on drugs, okay, kids? I nod, buy like school equipment, pens and shit. I should be getting back. Once I return to the upstairs, I hear the kids scramble below and a series of excited gasps as they inspect my reward money. They're like, oh yeah, let's all go to the casino and bet it all on red.
Wow, the girl gave us so much.
Wow, are they gonna complain about how little I gave them? Wow, the guy was a little bit stingy though, he only gave us half.
I've never seen so much money before in my life.
The boy still gave a lot, though. More than we got from crystals.
But not as much as the girl, huh? Whoa, just how much money did Kara give? Was it her whole reward? For a treasure hunter, that seems very generous. Maybe there's more to it. I wonder what it could be as I return to the inn and meet up with the rest of the group. As I entered the inn, Leanna looks around.
Where's Kara?
Kara? I don't know what Kara is, but Kara is somewhere. Kara's not back yet, but she left before me. I don't know. I thought she was following everyone back. Whoa. I know this kind of makes it seem like me and Kara had like a secret meeting or something, but it totally wasn't. Because if it was, I would have walked in here like a fucking hero. Like, yeah, I did it. Fuck yeah. Fist bump me, everybody.
I thought so too.
Leanna bites her lip and furrows her brow. We had a quickie in the back. I'm sure she'll be back soon, when she can walk again. While we wait for Kara to return, we decide to grab something to eat. With all the excitement going on, we forgot about dinner. We get our orders and settle in. Zach and Leanna dig in. Amelia, on the other hand, is quiet as she stares at her plate. Is she okay? Amelia? She looks up at me. Are you okay, girl?
Yes?
Are you still, like, you know, dreaming about the Pongo plushie I gave you? Something wrong? She shakes her head.
No. I was pondering about the lab at the Void Hideout,
Of
which was
course.
used to perform shadow transmutations.
She's already thinking about the next step, of course. Everybody's kind of celebrating this minor victory. Amelia's already planning 10 steps ahead. And what exactly is that? I'll pass on the exposition. Pondering about the lab at the Void Hideout, which was used to perform shadow transmutations. Alright, Amelia, enlighten me. I've been meaning to ask, but what is this shadow transmutation you were talking about earlier?
It is the process in which shadow energy is merged with a crystal containing another form of elemental energy.
Ah.
This fusion causes an overwhelming surge of energy to spawn, which consequently destabilizes the crystal and causes the shadow energy to become uncontrollable and very dangerous.
Yes, makes sense.
This is what we refer to as a tainted sphere. Like the one the treasurer used in Raven Pass.
Oh.
And what was used to summon the shadow familiars.
Tainted sphere, I remember that. It didn't seem uncontrollable when they used it, though.
Perhaps not those times. However, as it is destabilized sphere, the energy is unpredictable. It's possible it will cast properly, but equally possible it will implode upon itself at any time, which would be fatal to the mage in possession of it.
Yeah, but doesn't that really matter then? Like, bad guys will only use the destabilized sphere, right? The tainted ones. So if it implodes upon themselves, then it only kills the mages that were doing evil anyway. So that's a good thing, right? It's stupid of them to even try and do that then.
That's a best case scenario. Imagine if one of those crystals went off and spawned a shadow familiar in the middle of town.
That could be bad, sure, but that's why we are here, right? That would definitely be bad.
That's why shadow transmutation has been outlawed, even before the Treaty of Isaria.
I thought you said all use of shadow magic was banned.
Yes, but there were legitimate users of shadow magic before the war.
You lost me. How can it be legitimate if all were banned?
Shadow magic is not innately harmful. It was originally used in non-destructive ways, just like any other element. That being said, a group of practitioners abused the usage of shadow magic, which revealed just how dangerous it can be when used in such a manner. That is what caused the eventual war in Assyria and the subsequent banning of shadow magic.
See, it only takes a few bad apples, a few bad guys to ruin it for everybody. And that group was Void?
Correct.
Ah, fucking Void. Things are starting to make a little more sense. I'm still not sure I understand it all. All I know is that Void is the enemy. Fuck Void.
It's just a little troublesome to think that there was someone performing shadow transmutation just on the outskirts of Stonecrest. And with a lot of crystals, too.
A lot.
Even though Void was defeated, it wasn't completely wiped out, and their remaining members have just been laying low.
Amelia and Leanna nod. The conversation lulls as we think about what was said. We finish the rest of our food in silence. By the time we finish up our meals, Kara returns. So where have you
guys.
been, huh?
Sorry I'm late. I met up with my contact and he came
Sure.
through. He said that there's some
Contacts.
adventurer who's been talking about one of those high concentrations of energy. He's at Hearth Point right now, but probably won't be staying for too long. We should head there in the morning and see what he knows.
Hearth Point, okay.
What's the guy's name?
Arton Hunt.
Arton Hunt. Zack shrugs. I guess he doesn't know him.
It might sound like just a rumor, but there's always a grain of truth in a rumor. At the very least, we should be able to get a clue or two.
Arton Hunt, huh? Is that the little brother of Mike Hunt? Leanna nods.
Okay, tomorrow we'll head for Hearth Point.
Amelia nods. I yawn widely. Tonight though, I'm ready for bed. The team murmurs their agreement, and we all turn in early. It's been a long day, and that fight really took it out of me. After getting ready, I climb into bed and immediately fall into a deep sleep. The next morning, I wake up with a wide yawn. My body aches from the fight, but otherwise I feel very rested. Oh yeah, that was a very exhausting fight. My body feels all achy from having to press one button, which was only win the fight. But I'm sure in the full game, you know, there'll be like an actual mini game, which I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to lose at my first try. I gather my things and meet the group downstairs for a quick breakfast. Then we begin our journey to Hearth Point. After traveling all morning, we decide to stop and rest for a while. The sun rises overhead or shines overhead in the sky, and there's a soft breeze to balance out the warmth of the day. Zack claims a spot in the shade of a tree where he cleans out his discharges, and Amelia and Kara rummage through the packs that pass around water. Leanna approaches me.
Since we're taking a break, would you be up for some magic training? We can go
Ooh.
into the clearing so you aren't just out on the open road.
Oh, me and you alone? Out in the clearing, away from everybody else? I'm down for that, Leanna. Dawn. For me, or you and me, from morning till dawn. Let's do it. Let's do it is one of the options. Finally, some alone time together. I've got nothing else to do. Oh no. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this ever since I fell into this strange world and met you, Leanna. I grin. You know, if you wanted to be alone with me, you only have to ask. Leanna blinks.
I did ask.
True. Shit. This is not going according to plan. Well, she's got me there. Then, yes, I'd love to be alone with you. She looks a bit uncertain.
Train for magic.
Yeah, definitely the exact same thing I had in mind. Training for magic show. Yes. She smiles. I follow her to a little alcove off of the path. We're far enough that passers-by won't get a good view of me, and not far enough that we lose sight of the rest of the team.
The actual process is a bit tricky. You have to channel the energy out of the crystal, then concentrate on the process of shaping it, refining the energy into something you can use. So to do that, you need to concentrate on the crystal's form, and use your mind to alter it.
Concentrate. That's like the key word when it comes to magic. Concentrate. Last time as well. It's not something I'm good at. I'm not sure I got all that. It comes down to concentrating on the crystal. She pauses to think.
Okay, you have a manipulator now.
Yep.
So instead of trying to channel the energy from stored within you, try to concentrate on channeling through the manipulator.
Okay, through the manipulator. Got it. I look down at the manipulator on my wrist. Alright, so I can channel the energy from this crystal?
Exactly! Like this.
She gonna show me? Leanna holds out her manipulator. It pulses softly with a blue light, and then a small burst of wind erupts from the manipulator. Okay, I'll give it a go. Damn, she almost created a tornado. I stare hard at my manipulator, trying to focus on the energy of the crystal. I scrunch up my face in concentration, but nothing seems to work.
Just concentrate on the energy.
Concentrating, alright.
Let go of your distractions.
Then you shouldn't be here, Leanna. Let go of my distractions. Get out of my head, fantasies. I try to clear my mind, but all I can think about is how nothing seems to be happening. It's not working.
That's okay. Keep trying. It's always hardest your first time.
That's true. I think through Leanna's explanation again. Is there something I've missed? Trying again, I concentrate, focusing on the energy, but nothing happens. This isn't working.
Don't give up. Try again.
I'm getting frustrated.
Just focus on that energy and use the manipulator to channel it.
You just keep repeating the exact same thing. You're not a good teacher, Leanna. Just focus on it. Just concentrate. It's not working. Keep focusing. Keep concentrating. It's still not fucking working. You gotta focus and concentrate harder, dude. Like, you know, give some other tips, advice besides focus and concentrate. Clearly that's not working for me. I know you said that before, but it doesn't make sense to me. Leanna runs her hand through her hair. She frowns.
Don't know how else to put it. Once you get it, you'll know. You just have to keep concentrating and trying.
God damn it. That's become a trigger word for me now. Concentrating. Fuck. That's really not helpful. But I take a deep breath to calm myself down. It's not Leanna's fault, and she's being very patient. Is it just me? Why am I not getting it? Do I suck this much? I'll just keep trying until I get it right. If there's something wrong with the manipulator, this isn't working. We just suck, right? We can't blame it on the manipulator. As much as I would love to do that, I'm pretty sure the manipulator, there's nothing wrong with it. So it's not the manip's fault. I'll just keep trying until I get it right. I gotta persist through it. Leanna hasn't given up on me, so I shouldn't give up on myself either. I have to keep trying. My face flushes as I try to find the energy of the crystal, but I'm still unsuccessful. Leanna looks concerned at the sweat beating on my temple.
Are you okay?
I'm focusing and concentrating really hard, okay? I sigh heavily. This is hopeless.
It just takes practice.
I'm practicing right now. I can tell Leanna wants to stay positive, but her words feel flat. This is taking a toll on her too. I don't know what else to do. She frowns as she thinks. Damn, that shake of her head of disappointment. She shakes her head with a sigh.
How about we take a break for now? Maybe if you have a chance to think about it a little more, you'll have more success next time.
Alright, I'll think about concentrating and focusing, okay? I half-heartedly shrug. Sure, I try to keep the skepticism out of my voice, but Leanna just seems just as skeptic as we return to the group. Zach, Kara, and Amelia are all ready for us when we get back, after I have a chance to rehydrate and grab a quick bite to eat. We continue on our way. The rest of our journey goes far more smoothly than my training. I mean, anything will probably go far more smoothly than our training, because basically nothing happened.